Dear learners, welcome you all to e-learning platform. We have reached week 8. In this week, we're going to learn Morte D'Arthur, King Arthur and the Knights of his Round Table by Sir Thomas Malory. So here you are going to learn the biography of Sir Thomas Malory and an introduction to Arthurian legends. Let's begin. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Metrical Romance. Thomas Malory. Excalibur, Knights of the Round Table, Morte D'Arthur. Biography of Sir Thomas Malory. Thomas Malory is the author of Morte D'Arthur, said to have been completed in 1469 or 1470. Then revised and printed by William Caxton in 1485, born in around 1416. He was the son of John Malory and Philippa Chetwynd, lived at Newbold Revell in Warwickshire, England. Sir Thomas Malory married Elizabeth Walsh of Wanlip in Leicestershire, who bore him a son named Robert. By 1441 he had become a knight, and his life so far suggested a degree of political and social ambition. In 1443, Malory was charged with wounding and imprisoning a Thomas Smith and stealing his goods, but the charge apparently fell through. Malory's life of crime. On January 4, 1450, he and 26 other armed men were said to have laid an ambush for the Duke of Buckingham in the Abbot of Condes Woods near Newbold Revell. May 23rd, he allegedly raped Joan Smith at Coventry. The charges brought by her husband under a statute of Richard II, who intended to make elopement into a crime of rape, even when the women had consented. May 31st, he allegedly extorted money from two residents of Mons Kirby. Then on August 6th, allegedly raped Joan Smith again and stole money and goods from her husband. August 31st, he again allegedly committed extortion from another resident of Mons Kirby. On March 5, 1451, a warrant was issued for Malory's arrest, and a few weeks later he and various accomplices were alleged to have stolen cattle in Warwickshire. The Duke of Buckingham and 60 men from Warwickshire tried to arrest him, but in the meantime, Malory apparently raided Buckingham's hunting lodge, killing deer and doing damage to the property. He was arrested and imprisoned at Coleshill, but soon escaped by swimming the moat, then reportedly raided Combe Abbey with a band of 100 men, breaking down doors, insulting the monks, and stealing money. By January 1452, he was in prison in London, where he spent most of the next 8 years waiting for trial. He was bailed out several times and at one point joined a horse-stealing expedition across East Anglia and ended in Colchester jail from which he escaped too, but was recaptured and taken back to prison in London. However, by 1468, Malory was back in Newgate prison, where he would die in 1471. While in Newgate, he turned to writing, creating the immortal Morte D'Arthur, which would win him eternal fame. The truth behind the seemingly contradictory nature of Sir Thomas Malory is hotly debated and may never be fully known. The noble and joyous story of the great conqueror and excellent King Arthur, Sir Thomas Malory. Sir Thomas Malory of Newbold Revel died on the 14th of March 1471 and was buried with adequate splendor in Christ Church, Greyfriars, near Newgate Prison. Malory's tomb read, Hig Jacet Dominus Thomas Malory, Valence Miles, O 14 Mar 1471 de Parochia de Monkenkirby in Comwaricini, meaning here lies Lord Thomas Malory, valiant soldier, died 14 March 1471 in the parish of Monkenkirby in the county of Warwick. Le Morte D'Arthur is a compilation by Sir Thomas Malory of romance tales about the legendary King Arthur, Guinevere, Lancelot, and the Knights of the Round Table. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. King Arthur is the figure at the heart of Arthurian legends, but the Knights of the Round Table play an important part in the historian legend of the King Arthur's code of chivalry, honor, honesty, valor, and loyalty, brothers in arms, that you can see here. Code of Chivalry by Giovanni Boccaccio. To never lay down arms, to seek after wonders, to call upon to defend the rights of the weak with all his strength, to injure no one, not to attack one another, to fight for the safety of one's country, to give one's life in our country, to seek nothing before honor, never to break faith for any reason, to practice religion more diligently, to grant hospitality in anyone, whether in honor or disgrace, to make and report with the greatest fidelity to truth to those who keep the annals. Code of Chivalry. To never do outrage nor murder, always to flee treason, to by no means be cruel, but to give mercy unto him who asks for mercy. To always do ladies, gentlewomen, and widows succor. To never force ladies, gentlewomen, and widows, not to take up battles in wrongful quarrels for love or worldly goods. The Round Table. The significance of the Round Table was that no one, not even King Arthur, would be able to sit at the head of the table. According to the Vulgate cycles, it was a wedding gift from Guinevere's father, King Leodagon of Carmelida, after Arthur asked her hand in marriage. The names of the knights were engraved on their chairs. Perilous. When they were assembled, Merlin said that from now on you must love one another and hold one another as dear as brothers. For from the love and sweetness of this table where you will be seated, there will be born in your hearts such a great joy and friendship that you will leave your wives and children to be with one another and to spend your youth together. Translated by Martha Asher. Characters. King Arthur, legendary king of Britain, was the son of Uther Pendragon and Igraine, whose actual name might have been its Latin version Arthurus. Two Arthurs are present in Arthurian literature. One is an epic hero who is flawless and can do no wrong. The second Arthurian king is human. He is depicted as a two-dimension with faults and imperfections. That means one is divine hero or the hero of heaven, and the other is or angelical hero, and the other is human hero with flaws and imperfections. Uther Pendragon, father of King Arthur, the legendary king of sub-Roman Britain and the father of King Arthur. Igraine, in Arthurian legend she is the mother of King Arthur. Guinevere. Guinevere was the legendary queen, consort of King Arthur. King Arthur's wife, said to have had a love affair with Arthur's chief knight Sir Lancelot. Reputedly the most beautiful women in Britain. So Guinevere was the most beautiful women in Britain. Margaux, the mother of Gawain, Mordred, Gareth, Agravain and Gaheris. Margaux, sister of Morgan le Fay and the wife of King Lot of Orkney. That means she was a queen. Morgan le Fay, a powerful sorceress in the Arthurian legends. Arthur's half-sister, she is therefore the daughter of Igraine and Gorlois. Merlin, Arthur's counselor and magician, and in many ways he is the prime architect of Arthur's reign. Merlin helps Uther Pendragon to become Arthur's father. He guides Arthur to withdraw Excalibur from the stone. He is the creator of the Round Table and prophet of the grave, and he helps Arthur attain various goals. So Merlin is the counselor, and Arthur's counselor and magician, and the prophet. I mean, who can tell the future or can foresee the futures, or at least can guess. Characters. Sometimes Hector, Antor, or Ictorius, the father of Sir Kay and the foster father of King Arthur in the Arthurian legends. Sir Lancelot du Lac, one of the knights of the Round Table in Arthurian legend, the most trusted of King Arthur's knights and played a part in many of Arthur's victories. Sir Lancelot, best known for his love affair with Arthur's wife Guinevere and the role he played in the search for the Holy Grail. Sir Kay, Sir Ictor's son and King Arthur's foster brother, and later Seneschal, as well as one of the first knights of the Round Table. is one of the earliest characters associated with Arthur. Sir Gareth, a knight of the Round Table in Arthurian legend. He was the youngest son of Lot and of Morgause, King Arthur's half-sister, thus making him Arthur's nephew, as well as brother to Gawain, Gaheris, and half-brother to Mordred. Sir Gawain. In most tales, including Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, he is Arthur's nephew. In some, he is his cousin, an innocent and true knight. Sir Agravain. Sir Agravain is a lesser-known nephew of King Arthur, who serves him as a knight of the Round Table. He is a son of King Lot of Orkney and Morgause, and an accomplice of his evil half-brother Mordred. So Mordred is the villain. Sir Gaheris, nephew of King Arthur, and a knight of the Round Table, son of Arthur's sister or half-sister Morgause, and her husband Lot, King of Orkney. He is a brother of Gawain, Agravain and Gareth, and half-brother of Mordred. Sir Percival is a type of blessed fool, a heroic knight who sees the Grail and visits the Fisher King in his mysterious castle. Sir Bedivere. Sir Bedivere is a friend of Lancelot and Gawain, a loyal knight of King Arthur, who is tested at the end of the story as told by Malory. Mortally wounded, the dying Arthur asked Bedivere to cast Excalibur into the lake from which it came. Excalibur the sword. Mordred or Mordred. Mordred, the villain of Le Morte D'Arthur. So Mordred or Mordred is a character in the Arthurian legends known as a notorious traitor who fought King Arthur at the Battle of Camlan. When he was killed and Arthur fatally wounded, he is best known today as Arthur's illegitimate son by his half-sister Morgause. In earlier literature, he was considered the legitimate son of Morgause, also known as Anna, with her husband King Lot of Orkney. His brothers or half-brothers are Gawain, Agravain, Gaheris, and Gareth. Elaine is the fair maid of Astolat, the Lady of Shalott, is best known as the unrequited lover of Lancelot. Elaine, also known as Helene, somewhat similar, was the mother of Lancelot and wife of King Ben of Brittany, who after the death of her husband and the loss of her baby son Lancelot was stolen by the Lady of the Lake. Lady of the Lake, Niviana or Viviane, also known as Evian. So in three names she is known. So Viviana is the wise and beautiful stepmother and teacher of Lancelot. First explains the meaning of knighthood to the young man who wishes to become a knight. Elaine of Pallas. In other version, Elaine and Lancelot are the parents of Galahad. 25 knights inscribed on the Winchester Round Table. King Arthur, Sir Galahad, Sir Lancelot du Lac, Sir Gawain, Sir Percival, Sir Lionel, Sir Bors de Ganis, Sir Kay, Sir Tristram de Lyonesse, Sir Gareth, Sir Bedivere, Sir Bleoberis, La Cote Mail, Sir Lucan, Sir Palomidas, Sir Lamorac, Sir Safer, Sir Peleus, Sir Ictor de Maris, Sir Dagonet, Sir Dagore, Sir Bruno Lenoir, Lebel Desconnu, Sir Elimary, Sir Mordred. Other knights: Sir Aglovale, Sir Agravain, King Inion, King Bagdemagus, Sir Bruno, Sir Caradoc, Sir Colbrevance, Sir Constantine, Sir Dagonet, Sir Daniel, Sir Ictor de Maris, Sir Ilian the White, Sir Gaheris, Sir Galician, Sir Geraint, Sir Gingalain, Sir Lamorac, King Leodegrams, Sir Lionel, Sir Meliagan, Sir Melian de Lis, Sir Mordred, Sir Peleus, Sir Sagramorele Desiras, Sir Saphir, Sir Seguidus, Sir Tor, King Uriens, Sir Wywine the Buster, Sir Galahad. That's the end of week 8 lesson. Thank you very much for being with me, and bye bye.